Hello, welcome. Let us do the installation and environment setup for running the JavaScript programs. First thing is we need to install the Node.js. Node.js provides a runtime environment for running the JavaScript. First thing is we will install the Node.js. Node.js provides a environment for running the JavaScript. JavaScript can also run on the browsers, but whenever you are doing a development work, you need a proper development environment, not just the browser, right? So for that, we will install the Node.js now. We will visit this particular website, nodejs.org. Once you open Node.js website, you can see run JavaScript everywhere. Node.js is a free open source cross-platform JavaScript runtime environment that lets developers to create servers, web apps, command line tools and scripts. You can click on install Node.js. Here, based on your operating system, it will automatically detect version to download. I am using Mac. It got automatically selected here Mac OS and what is the architecture of your processor. Here you can click on this one to download this package, Mac OS installer. If you are using Windows or Linux, you can select your Windows, and based on your processor architecture, you can select whatever architecture you want and you can click on download here. Once you download, you just double click on the file and follow the default settings and it is a straightforward installation. I have already installed it. Once you install, you can verify the installation using this command node-v and npm-v. This one will display the version of Node.js, and this is npm is Node Package Manager. If you want to install or uninstall any package, you will need this. So it will get automatically installed along with Node.js. It will provide the version of npm. Let me open the terminal. As we have discussed, installation is very straightforward. You need to just double click on the downloaded file and install. I will give here command node-v. You can see here version of the node is displayed. Similarly, if I type here npm-v, you can observe here version of the npm Node Package Manager is displayed. It means Node.js installation is successful. We have completed step number 1. So now we will move on to step number 2. It is to install the VS Code editor. You can visit this particular website. I have opened the URL code.visualstudio.com. Here, based on operating system, it will automatically provide the version to be installed. If you are opening this on the Windows, it will provide the option here for downloading Windows version, or else you can also click here on other platforms. Here you can download the different version based on your operating system. This is for Mac, this is for Windows, and this is for Ubuntu and Debian. It is for Red Hat, Fedora, SUSE, right? So based on the operating system, you can download the required version. Once it is downloaded, I have downloaded this version for Mac. This zip file got downloaded, or this Apple Silicon. I have downloaded this particular version, Apple Silicon, or even in the previous page also, I just clicked on here. The zip file got downloaded. I just double click on that. It will extract the file. Once you extract, it will provide this kind of file, right? This is the application launching file, Visual Studio Code, and this kind of icon. You just double click on this, it will launch the Visual Studio Code like this. Here if you click on this Explorer, here either you can open the folder or you can also open the workspace. Here for example, I have created 2 projects. Project 1, I have 2 folders inside it, backend and front end. And project 2, I have 2 more folders, backend, front end. If I just want to open, let us say only project 1, then I can open the folder here, open folder. I can open any of this project, and whatever folder inside this folder will also get added. For example, I open this. Here you can see backend 1 and front end 1. Both the folders got added here, right? Whatever the file inside also got added here. This is considered as your project. And similarly, if I go to file here and then open folder, if I open project 2, project 1 will get automatically closed, and these 2 folders, backend 2 and front end 2, will get also added here. See, backend 2 and front end 2. Suppose, imagine these projects are related. Let us say front end from this project and also front end from this project I want to open. They are in 2 different folders. Then I can create a workspace. For example, I will go to file and I will close these folders. I will select this option, add folder to workspace. Here, first thing, I will save the workspace. Now save as workspace, and I can save the workspace in, let us say, documents folder itself. I can call it as my workspace or something. You can give any name. Generally, workspace is saved in this format. Workspace name dot code hyphen workspace. I will save this. Now I want to add this front end folder and from project 1 and this front end folder from project 2 to my workspace. Then what I can do is go to this VS Code, then go to file, add folder to workspace. Then inside document, in the project 1, I want this front end folder, add this, and then similarly add folder to workspace. In the project 2 also I want this front end folder, add this, right? Then if you go to the file, then open workspace. If I open this workspace, you will get only front end folder from each project. See here, I have opened this workspace. I got the front end 1 and front end 2, each from different projects. So using workspace, you can group the multiple folders into a one project environment. And when you save the workspace, it creates a .code hyphen workspace file. We have seen here like this format .code hyphen workspace. Like this, it will save when you save the workspace. This workspace will save this structure based on what we have selected. For example, here we have added this folder from this project and this folder from this project. These projects might be related. Then we want to add those related folder to our workspace, right? Then we can use the workspace here. We can save it as workspace. Next time you open these folders, this format will remain and this structure will remain. You can open the workspace file and you can restore the same layout and the environment. And this workspace is good for monorepos. It means a software development where related projects are stored in a single version control repository. For example, I want to save this multiple projects in a single repository. They are related projects. Then we can use this workspace. Also, you can use it for microservices such as front end and back end folders. For a simple projects, we can use the folders. For example, I will remove this here, close the workspace. For a simple project, you can open the folder and use it. For example, let us assume that these two projects are not related. I just want this project alone. And then I can just choose this project folder itself and I can open. No need to use the workspace. For our JavaScript learning, we can use the folder. I can just create a one folder here called, let us say, JavaScript learning. I can just create a folder, say JavaScript learning, and I can close this folder, go to the file and close the folder, and similarly go here. You can click on this icon, then open the folder, go to the document JavaScript learning. I can open that folder, and inside the folder you can create the file here. For example, hello.js. And even inside this JavaScript learning, you can create a subfolder. For example, if you click on new folder, let us say part 1, this folder will get created. If you go inside this JavaScript learning, you can see part 1. This folder also got created. And inside this folder also you can create a file again. For example, if I click here, select this folder, click on file, test.js. Under this part 1, test.js got created. You can see here inside this folder, part 1, test.js got created. So like this, we can use the folder. Folder is good for simple projects whenever you are using just one programming language, single repository. In these kind of cases, we can use the folder. For our learning of JavaScript, we will use the folder structure. We do not need to create a workspace and combine multiple folders. We do not need to do that. Even if you use workspace, there is no problem. But for simplicity, we can just use the folder itself. We can just open the folder and we can use it for creating a JavaScript file and we can run the JavaScript there. So now we have learned installing the Node.js and we have also installed the VS Code editor and also certain plugins that you need to install for writing the JavaScript. One is JavaScript ES6 code snippets. It will provide the shortcuts for ES Code. For example, I open the VS Code here, go to settings, then go to extensions, then you can search here JavaScript, or you can just search here. For example, I search ES6. This is the plugin that you need to install. I have already installed it, so it is showing uninstall here. If you have not installed, it will show install option here. So you can just install this. It is for writing the JavaScript code on the VS Code, right? And also for syntax error catching, helps to catch the error. You can use ESLint. For example, if I go and search here ESLint, this is the one I have already installed, so it is showing a uninstall option here. And you can also disable and enable this plugin based on your need. So this one you can install. And also Prettier, this is to format your code consistently, right? You can search here Prettier. So this is the Prettier. I have already installed, so it is showing uninstall option here. You can just click on install here, and you can also enable and disable here. Once you install these plugins, you can check whether they are enabled or not. If it is not enabled, you can enable it based on your need, and our environment is ready for writing the JavaScript code. So now after that, we have created this sample file hello.js. Here, for example, hello.js. Here I can type console.log hello world, and I can save this file. And to run this code, here you can click on this triangle icon and then go to this 3 dots and select this terminal. To run this program hello.js, I just need to type node hello.js. You can see it has printed this message. So we have created the file and we have also run our sample code, JavaScript code. So in this way, you can set up the environment for running the JavaScript code. As we progress further in this journey of learning JavaScript, we will be using this environment that we have set up now for writing our JavaScript code. Thank you for watching.